Allen, a key cog in the ongoing efforts of the department's Braves Club, earned his bachelor's degree in history from UNC Pembroke in 1991 and joins his father Greg in the distinguished UNCP athletics fraternity. He has officiated multiple sports across all levels over the last 3 decades, including assignments on the ACC football crews from 2005 to 2014, and has officiated games in the NFL over the last 9 seasons. The 2017 UNC Pembroke Distinguished Alumni Award winner, Allen has also served as a motivational speaker for 30 years, speaking on aging-related issues, health promotion, and nonprofit fundraising.
It really, frankly, is pretty surreal. It's very impactful, and I'll try to hold it together. But joining my dad is amazing. He was always an athletic role model for me. He stood for everything that was right, was certainly one of the most hardworking people I could ever be around. So it's surreal, but it's a great honor, both for me and for my family. So I think that in order to talk about success, I was a student of history, both here and in graduate school. So you really have to think about the history of this place and the success on which our foundation was built. So if it weren't for history, I might not even be here. I mean, my parents met here at Pembroke, and we need to remember the history of the people on whose land and on whose culture this university is built.
The first reason would be the amount of influence that Brad's had on not only the people across the state of North Carolina, but in particular the people of the local communities in Robeson County and the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. Brad takes so much pride in UNCP in Robeson County, and he's given so much of his time and expertise back that he's well deserving of this great honor. I can speak from personal experience that every step of my officiating journey has been a direct result of the influence of Brad Allen. I can speak for numerous other officials across this state and country, and that we would not be where we're at today if it were not for Brad.
Pardon Ndhlovu ran cross-country and track for the Black and Gold from 2009 to 2013 and finished 41st in the marathon event for his native Zimbabwe at the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. A 4-time All-Peach Belt Conference standout, he won the 2011 and 2012 Peach Belt Conference Men's Cross Country Championship and was named the PBC Runner of the Year both seasons. He advanced to the NCAA National Championships and was named an All-American in both the 5,000 and 10,000 meter runs.
When they say it takes a village to get to the highest level of competition, and with running, there's a lot that you can do at different levels, but being at the Olympics is pretty much like the highest level that you can compete, and competing in the marathon, which is something that marathon is something that a dream that was born when I was at UNCP, like when I was still in college in 2012, when one of my mentors was like, "Hey, I think you can run a marathon," and I'm like, after the first one, I'm like, I don't want to do this ever again, because it was the most painful experience ever. But through training and through some years of development, we were able to actually qualify for the Olympics and get my country, Zimbabwe, to actually select me to represent them. They put on the uniform, jersey, and it was one of those things. You get to the village and it's like, oh my goodness, it's everybody from every country, all the colors, all the languages, everybody in one space representing their countries. And I admit it, the journey getting there was tough, but just starting on that line and crossing that line was winning for me. To begin with, obviously I want to thank my wife. I don't think without her we'll be here today. And Coach Balls, OT, Coach Gary Elcock, I wouldn't have an opportunity without, I wouldn't be here without him giving me the opportunity to be part of the team. Todd Anderson, Todd, I would go sit in Todd's office and, he always says I'm his best student athlete ever. And it's true, because he was just beyond just beyond, communication and writing, but I got to know Todd as a person. He was interested in my life as a student athlete, right? Making sure I was okay. Tony Chavis. Tony gave me my job when I needed 2 jobs on campus. It's one of the unique places in Pembroke that everybody knows your name, right? The groundsman. When you're running around, oh, you're the runner. The police officers, it's everybody, and it's everyone that played a huge role to helping me become the person that I am today and help me achieve whatever I achieved through running when I did at that point. But thank you to everyone. I wouldn't be here without your support.
I think of qualities of a champion, of an All-American, of a student athlete, of a husband, a father, a coach. So what are those qualities? I took some notes I have here: courage, compassion, perseverance, integrity, respect, belief in self, humility, sacrifice. The list could go on and on. This is part of Ndhlovu, so his qualities go unspoken. It's just who he is.
A 4-time All-American and 3-time regional champion, Mike Williams logged 112 victories for the Braves from 2009 to 2013 and captured the program's first individual national champion when he rolled for the 165-pound tournament at the 2011 to 2012 NCAA championships. Williams was also named a Most Outstanding Wrestler at the prestigious National Wrestling Coaches Association National Duels in 2010.
It is it's an honor. It's a huge honor to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I came to UNCP as a 17-year-old kid coming out of Sanford, North Carolina. I had moved there 2 years prior, originally from New Jersey. And so my path and my story, if you had looked at it from, I would say, 14 to 16, really 14 to 17, and even those first couple years of college, I don't think many people would have anticipated me, one, graduating high school, but certainly not being a college graduate and being inducted into anybody's athletic Hall of Fame one day. So I think just to be at this point in life, to me, is such a blessing, and to be recognized by UNCP, first ballot, and to be alongside some really big names. 2 of them I know personally, and I know the commitment that they made in their own athletic careers, and I know a little bit about their stories and their journeys, and to be inducted with, to me, I'm saying this, I say this humbly, but I think it's one of the best classes. Just knowing some of the people that's being inducted, I think is really a big honor. So I'm proud, I'm thankful, I have a ton of gratitude, and I'm honored to be honored. So that's how I feel, for sure.
Well, Mike's a no doubt first ballot Hall of Fame inductee, and because of the fact that he's a warrior, obviously, not going too deep into details, but just everything he's dealt with in his life, everything he's accomplished and continue to accomplish, going from essentially not being with us any longer to, making an impact on, young men in the sport of wrestling, and obviously just young men in general, just because of the impact it's had on UNC Pembroke and our athletic department. So I think when you think of Mike Williams, you think of all those qualities that, you were wanting your son, and you were wanting in a leader, you're wanting a husband, and obviously you're wanting a father.
Meghan Moore-Mitchell is the only All-American in the 23-season history of the women's golf program and brought home that national honor twice across her 3-year career in Pembroke. She compiled a 75.8 career stroke average in 34 tournaments and 73 rounds of golf, and tallied 30 top 20 finishes for the Braves, and wrapped up her collegiate career with a then Peach Belt Conference record 9 individual event titles, including the 2013 PBC Championship, An 8-time PBC Player of the Week honoree, Mitchell ranked in a trio of all-conference laurels and was named the PBC Golfer of the Year following both her junior and senior campaigns.
It was such a fun week for me. It was in Louisville, Kentucky, and I remember that I was, I think, 2 behind going into the last 2 holes, and I didn't play well on 17, but then 18 I was able to birdie it, but the other lady, she played well coming in, so but yeah, that was a special week. I had the guys out there with me as well, so they were very supportive. My best memories are making the friendships that I had. My roommate and just playing college golf was something I'll never forget. I would say don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Just keep fighting for what you want, and hard work pays off.
I would say consistency, very consistent person, and an extremely consistent golfer and teammate. I think Meghan played for the Braves for 3 years after transferring from East Carolina. She was a good, solid person. Comes from a very good, solid family, athletic family. I think her dad played college baseball, but very happy for her. The best female golfer ever to play at UNCP. I know she played in 1 U.S. Women's Amateur. Cannot remember how many individual titles she has, but it's a lot. I know she has the lowest career stroke average. I was honored to coach Meghan for 3 years. I learned a lot from her. She's a good person. More Meghan, that's what I used to call her. Congrats, Meghan. I'm very proud of you.
The middle infielder for the Braves from 1961 to 1965, Linwood Hedgpeth was an all-region selection for the Braves from 1961 to 1965 before putting together a phenomenal prep coaching career. He compiled a 439 and 217 record at 3 different high schools, including 216 victories as the head coach at Whiteville High School from 1980 to 1989. Hedgpeth led his prep squads to 5 state championships and 16 conference crowns, and also stippered the American Legion Post 137 squads from 1972 to 1990, where he captured a pair of state championships and 2 runner-up finishes. He was inducted into the Wilmington Sports Hall of Fame in 2019.
They always treated me nice. They come to see me play ball. A lot of them here, they still know me, but most of them have passed away. My sophomore year, Dick Lawford was a coach, got thrown out of the game and walked by the batter's box on the way out and looked at me and said, "Hit the next GD ball out of here." And they threw it over my head and I hit it out of here. I remember that. He was some kind of character. He's a good coach, though.
As far as a baseball coach, Linwood Hedgpeth, if there was a Mount Rushmore of baseball coaches in North Carolina, high school baseball coaches in North Carolina, Linwood Hedgpeth will be up there with Ron Hunt from Greenville, George Whitfield from Hamlet, Rockingham, and Linwood Hedgpeth. Those 3 guys, during the time that I coached in the 70s, they were the ones that everybody tried to emulate at the baseball, because all of them, I think, won close to 400 or 500 games. And the thing about Linwood, he was all baseball. He was all baseball. He actually, when you mention baseball in Columbus County, everybody says Linwood Hedgpeth, because the man won 5 state championships. He had 2 runner-up state championships, and he also won 2 American Legion state championships. So when you say baseball in North Carolina, you have definitely got to mention Linwood Hedgpeth.
Dan Kenney led the men's basketball program to a 124-78 record from 1985 to 1992. The Braves posted a pair of 20-win seasons across the 7-year stretch, including a then-school record 27-5 record during a magical 1990-1991 season. He took over the reins as athletic director for the Braves in 1998 a role he would serve for 14 seasons, and the Braves experienced a golden era of athletic competition under Kenney's watch, one that saw the addition of both football and women's golf to the varsity stable for the 2006 and 2007 seasons. UNCP's athletic teams qualified for the NCAA postseason on 21 occasions during Kenney's tenure, while being represented 50 times by individual qualifiers.
Well, when I got notified, there was great surprise, but also extreme gratitude. And to have been working at UNC Pembroke in 1980 when the first Hall of Fame class was inducted, and now to be part of it, it's pretty significant. It is our family. I often get asked, what university that I pull for, what university is important to me, and I think that most people expect your alma mater to be the response, but there's no hesitation on my part. It's UNC Pembroke, and we've been blessed that, our 5 kids got to grow up on a college campus, and most of that was here in Pembroke. I have to pinch myself when I come to campus, especially when I remember my first visit in 1977. I actually came to Pembroke the day Elvis died, and and it's just been dramatic. I don't care what metric you use. There was a dirt road adjacent to campus when I came. My friends in the coaching profession used to joke that I worked at UNC at Hardee's, because that was our only fast food restaurant in town. But the one thing that has remained constant is the love and support of people in this community for UNC Pembroke.
Teamwork plays right off the top. I never saw Dan coach, but I bet you that he stressed teamwork because he was the ultimate team player. He included the folks. He got everybody on the same page moving forward. Integrity. Integrity is the word, I think, of Dan Kenney. He was always honest. He was always ethical, and he had strong moral principles. Empathy. Being an athletic director, you deal with a lot of different people, and sometimes you have to make hard decisions, but Dan always had the individual's best interest at heart.
Jordan Walor was a 3-time All-American for the men's golf program from 2009 to 2012, while also racking in a trio of all Peach Belt Conference accolades over the course of his illustrious career. He compiled a 72.4 career stroke average across 44 tournaments and 109 rounds of golf, and logged 31 top 20 finishes in the black and gold, while also tallying 8 individual tournament titles, including the 2010 Peach Belt Conference Championship. Walor brought home PBC Freshman of the Year honors following his rookie season and capped off his career with the PBC Player of the Year honors as a senior.
It means that the hard work and dedication that I put in as a junior golfer and as an amateur golfer and as a collegiate golfer, it was for something. I didn't make it as a PGA pro like I wanted to, but I knew I worked hard, and it's coming to fruition now and with this induction, so I'm pretty proud of it. That was really cool because growing up, she had no interest in golf when we lived in New Hampshire. And when we moved south, I would just kind of go to the golf course every day and leave her behind. And I think at some point she finally said, well, this sucks being by myself every day. So she got into golf, and honestly, if she didn't get into it, I don't even know if I would have ended up at Pembroke, because Coach Synan was recruiting her and found out she had a brother that played golf. And but to be able to go through 3 years of schooling with her and have her close by, we lived across the breezeway at the apartments and all that. It was special to have her there. It really was. I was lucky enough to have spent 4 years in an apartment with the same guys from the team, Jonathan McCurry, Scott Lambert, and Sam Stevenson. And the times we had together, 4 years, the 4 of us together, we had a lot of fun. Going on trips with the guys, just getting away, seeing new cities, playing new golf courses. just those memories with those guys and the team that, especially the team we had my senior year, just how good we were and how accomplished we were. Those are memories that will last a lifetime.
Well, simply put, arguably he's one of the best golfers ever to play at UNCP, if not the best. He's absolutely up there. I believe he played in 2 U.S. amateurs. He won countless college golf tournaments. He was a team leader. He really helped turn our program around. I remember the moment I knew he was a little different as a golfer. We were in Savannah, Georgia, playing an Armstrong's event. And I believe it was a 36-hole day. And he came up to a par 3 tee, and I said, "How's it going?" And he said, "Just struggling today. I can't get it going, coach." And I think we were maybe 6 holes into the day, and I said, "Well, what's your score?" And he said, "Oh, I'm even." But I'm very happy for Jordan. He's a lifelong friend of mine. He'll continue to be a friend of mine as long as the rest of his family, and I'm just very, very happy for him. I was lucky to be his coach and lucky to be his friend.
Johnny Williams played for legendary coaches Ray Pennington and Harold Ellen from 1966 to 1969 and helped pace the program to a cumulative 107-23 record in the 1969 NAIA District 26 Championship. He tied a national record with 4 Grand Slams and led the nation with 39 runs scored as just a freshman and hit over 300 at the plate in 2 of his last 3 seasons in the black and gold. Williams was selected in the 7th round of the 1969 MLB draft by the Washington Senators and spent 3 seasons in the minor leagues as well. Speaking on Johnny's behalf tonight will be Ronnie Chavis.
The term complete baseball player comes to mind, but because Johnny was an outfielder. He was an excellent hitter. He ran like a deer. I mean, he had it all. Being a hitter, he had a good arm. He was a good defender, and he had good speed. Johnny was on one of the best baseball teams that Pembroke has had, because that 1969 team was a great team, and we should have gone to the College World Series, but our leadoff hitter, Ray Brayboy, got hit in the head the first time at bat, so that knocked out our callus. But Johnny was a leader among that 69 team. He didn't do a lot of talking. He just displayed his athleticism on the baseball field, and he was just a great leader from that standpoint. I mean, all you had to do was just watch him, how he practiced, how he played, and he displayed great leadership. Johnny was a unique athlete in a lot of ways, but the things that come up, the first thing I think about when I think of Johnny Williams is I thought about the day that we were playing and the ball was hit back to the pitcher. Johnny was on second base, and he scored from second base, because I mean, when he got to third base, Dr. Pennington tried to stop him, and Johnny didn't even see him. He just ran the stop sign and just kept on going. The first baseman was caught off guard so bad he didn't know what to do, and so after he threw the ball, Johnny slid in it home. And I'll tell you what, just seeing him do stuff like that. And another thing comes to mind was the day that he was up at bat, and a guy threw him a 55-foot curve, and the ball bounced in front of home plate. Johnny hit it on the rebound and hit a home run. Those are just things that just doesn't happen normally.
Justice Trey Allen was born in Lumberton, North Carolina. He earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science from the University of North Carolina at Pembroke in 1997, and a Juris Doctor from the University of North Carolina School of Law in 2000. From 2000 to 2005, Allen served in the United States Marine Corps. During his service, Allen was deployed to Iraq and was a member of the United States Marine Corps Judge Advocate Division. Allen later served as a law clerk for Paul Martin Newby and worked as an attorney at Tharrington Smith LLP in Raleigh, North Carolina. He was the Albert and Gladys Hall Coates Distinguished Term Associate Professor of Public Law and Government at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and served as the General Counsel to the North Carolina Administrative Office of the Courts. Allen was elected to the North Carolina Supreme Court in November 2022, unseating incumbent Democrat Sam J. Ervin.
Well, I'd been familiar with the university for a long time because I grew up in Robinson County. But the immediate reason why I decided to attend Pembroke was because I was fortunate enough to be given a Chancellor Scholarship. And so that made the choice easy. Having the honor to serve as student body president in my last year was something that I was very grateful for. That was also the year in which the university changed its name from Pembroke State University to the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. So there was a lot that happened that year. It was a great time to be student body president. Well, my family has been, although I don't live in Robinson County now, my family's been in this part of the state since before the Revolutionary War. So our roots run very deep, and the roots of UNCP in this part of the state run very deep. And so I care very much about this area. And as I said, I'm very proud of what this university means to this part of North Carolina. It's a huge honor to be named a distinguished alumnus. I hope that I'm worthy of it. It's really difficult for me to think of any kind of award that would mean more to me. I'd say this is a place where the opportunities are tremendous. This is a place where if you have the talent and the drive, that you can certainly succeed. And this is a place where you're going to find professors and administrators who are going to take a personal interest in your future.
Well, he was obviously an excellent student. He graduated in '97. I followed his career in the meantime, and I've been amazed by it, but at the same time, it was predictable. He was a gifted student. He was wonderful at appreciating every possible point of view in an argument, which is obviously serving him well right now in the state Supreme Court. And he wrote brilliantly, and he's, on top of everything else, he's got a great combination of self-confidence and humility, which is a tribute to his parents and to his education. When I think about him, I think about the times that he came to my office and we chatted, but also the times when he was attending my classes. And what always struck me about him, in addition to his intelligence, was his wonderful sense of humor. He's constantly ready to quip, and to appreciate other people's sense of humor as well. He's just a wonderful human being, and it's a privilege for us to have known him here at UNCP.
Kelvin Oxendine is a graduate of Pembroke State University, where he was a student athlete with the baseball team. For the past few years, Kelvin worked in various human resource roles in Tampa, Florida. He also had a successful career at Abbott Laboratories in North Carolina before the company relocated. Kelvin recently returned back to North Carolina to be closer to his roots and his family. Kelvin demonstrates creativity, innovation, leadership, and vision through his work performance.
So first of all, growing up in the community, both my parents worked at the university as well, so I spent a lot of time here after school and in the summers, and so it just seemed like a natural fit for me. In addition to that, my Sunday school teacher, Anthony Locklear, who also happened to be the director of admissions, was very inspirational, was someone who really encouraged me and inspired me to look at all my options. And honestly, I wanted to attend the university because it still gave me that small town atmosphere to be able to attend school with a lot of the classmates that I graduated from high school. So I felt like it would be a great opportunity for me to transition from high school to attend the university here at Pembroke State at the time. I didn't give much thought to this at the time when I was attending here, but my dad's mom and both my parents graduated from Pembroke State as well. So being a third generation alumnus was something that I hadn't thought much about, but very honored and proud to have been a third generation graduate of the university. And also, I'm very proud of the fact that my daughter, Madison, graduated from here as a BSN nursing in the nursing program. And also, both my younger sons, Jacob and Ben, are attending as undergrad now currently as well. So I have a junior, I have a sophomore. My family completed their education here. My wife completed her undergrad here. So just very proud of the strong family history that we have. And again, also the fact that many of my family members attended the university and graduated as well. So very pleased from that perspective. And also one of the other things that I've been excited to see and be a part of, I worked for the university actually for a couple years. I worked in admissions and I also worked in the Health Careers Opportunity Health Careers Access Program. So to see the growth of the university over the last 10, 15 plus years has been something that's been very incredible and phenomenal to see that and be part of that over the last several years. Wow, I certainly just to be nominated and to be considered is amazing. But to have been named and have been selected as an outstanding alumnus, I know that there are many other individuals that are probably more deserving, more worthy of receiving this honor, but just to be in the class of individuals for over the years of many doctors and lawyers and Division I basketball coaches and other individuals who have been identified and been recognized in the past. To be along with that group is quite an accomplishment, and it's something that I'll hold in high regard for the rest of my life for sure. But certainly appreciate the committee and being nominating and being named in that capacity. I think it's a testament as well that the saying that's been mentioned numerous times, that you can get there from here. I really do truly believe that. I've been very fortunate in my career and the things that I've been able to accomplish, and I attribute a lot of that to my education that I received here at UNCP at the university, and I'm very honored, certainly humbled, and it's something that I'll be extremely proud of for sure.
First thing I think about is a self-directed learner. I spent most of my career in higher education, and I think that's one of the highest praise you can give anyone. And Kelvin, whatever task you gave him, with a little instruction or great detailed instruction, he was going to figure out a way to make whatever product that you wanted even better. He's very conscientious. He's an extremely hard worker. As an employee, the highest goal that you can get on any kind of evaluation is exceeds expectations, and he consistently did that in everything that he did. Just overall, he is one of the best people that I know, not just in his work product, but in his character and his ability to connect with people, to get along with people, whether it's minions or millionaires or movie stars or members of Congress. He feels comfortable and at ease in their presence and leaves a strong, positive impression of the university every single time.
Dr. Shelli Brewington is a podiatric surgeon and Lumbee native who served her internship at Cooper University Hospital, followed by a comprehensive 3-year surgical residency at the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio, Texas, with an emphasis in diabetic limb salvage, reconstruction, and lower anxiety trauma. Dr. Shelli Brewington was nominated due to her returning back to her alma mater and giving back. She has consistently been a leader in advancing UNCP, Robeson County, and the Lumbee tribe. She volunteers her time at the university by sharing about her career with new graduates and recently gave a donation to help with UNCP homecoming.
Well, UNCP is close to home. I was born and raised in Robeson County in Pembroke, and so it made it quite convenient for me to be near my family and my friends and my community for support during school. It also was very cost effective for me as I entered on a full tuition scholarship and chose Pembroke at home, mainly also so I could purchase my first Honda Accord. Well, I'm really proud to be an alumnus of UNC Pembroke, considering the leadership of Mr. Kelvin Oxendine. He was my great maternal grandfather. He helped establish what we now know as UNCP back in 1887 at the beginning of this institution. And I'm just really delighted to share in supporting the university's accomplishments and the services to our community. When I was notified of this award, I was shocked, but I really am truly humbled to be considered and chosen. And I'm motivated to be a strong advocate for UNCP to any and all potential students. It really is an honor and a blessing, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity. I would definitely encourage anyone who's interested in pursuing undergraduate and graduate studies to consider UNC Pembroke as a viable option. It was for me. It really laid a wonderful, stable framework for my educational journey, and it made it I had a great experience in being prepared for the years to come after leaving and graduating from the institution.
So I came to UNCP in 1996, and I was teaching biochemistry and bioanalytical chemistry, I think. So I just met Shelli Brewington at that time. She was a biology major and she was taking my courses. And she's full of energy, enthusiastic, willing to learn, and she always have a smiley face on her face. It was enjoyable teaching her, and during the class time she asked a lot of questions. If she doesn't understand, she doesn't understand at all. So that means she will ask questions. So that type of students I really wanted. I wanted to have engage a conversation, and Shelli Brewington really made my life happy because she asked a lot of questions during the class time. Shelli Brewington really deserves this honor to get this award because she comes back and she takes care of our community. I love Shelli Brewington's service. God bless you, Shelli, and you and your family and the entire community, because you make a big difference, positive difference for our community. Thank you, Shelli. God bless you.
Madison Wilcox from Fairmont, North Carolina, graduated in May of 2016 with a degree in exercise and sports science, concentrating in exercise physiology and minoring in Spanish. Madison was a student ambassador. While a student, she co-created and coordinated the Sports Empowerment Program for children with disabilities. Madison had this idea as a freshman and made her dream become a reality during her junior year. This event brings students from the community and UNCP campus, as well as faculty and staff, together to participate in an inclusive and unifying softball team. Madison said that being in the Honors College really made her think on a higher level. She said, "Most of my classes were introspective, especially the individual and society course I took with Dr. King. I still think about what I learned in that class and the way it challenged me to look at society."
So growing up in Robeson County, and when it was time to apply for colleges, I think UNCP seemed like the practical choice, and maybe not even the most exciting because it was right here at home. But I had my high school English teacher was an alum of UNCP, and he really encouraged me to check it out and to look into the Honors College and apply for scholarships. And thank God that he did, because I think coming to UNCP was the best choice I could have made. And once I came onto campus and started to meet the faculty and staff and felt the warm atmosphere here, I felt like I wouldn't have the same opportunities at another place. I don't think it could be replicated. I am proud to be an alumni for so many different reasons. I think UNCP has a special connection to the community, and I think the community and the university really build each other up. And being from the area, I think that that's really special. And I think that UNCP gives opportunity to people that might not have had or thought that college was out of reach for them. It gives them opportunity to not only come to college, but to be involved in so many different things on campus and to really grow so that they're ready to do what they want to do in the community after graduation. I feel really humbled and really honored to be recognized in this way, and because of UNCP, I'm doing my dream job now, and that would not have been possible without the opportunities that I was given here. So I really feel like this is a celebration of what UNCP can do for someone. So I feel really special that they would choose to recognize me in this way.
I guess you see by my smile, when I hear that name, I just remember someone that was a servant leader, someone that cared, someone that loved, just not UNCP, but she loved her community, she loved her family, she loved the work that she did in our office for community and civic engagement. She was someone in my time as a new professional in higher ed, was a student I really leaned on and really brought life to our office and our community. So when I think about Madison, I think that she is wise beyond her years. So I think that the award that she's been given, she's been doing this for a while. It's just recently she is now graduated an alumni, so the work that she has done has been going on for quite some time. And the work that she has done and she continues to do impacts our community in so many ways. She's visible, she's very intelligent, she's a giving person, and always represents UNCP in the best way.